So you removed your CCTV NVR, and it doesn't have to be a reolink. These are, this procedure is pretty much the same for all devices like this, but mine's quite an old one, and when I look at the firmware, it's the actual E variant. It doesn't say it on here, but it does say it when it comes up in the firmware. So if, like most people, you haven't got an anti-static bracelet and an anti-static mat to work on, go to a radiator, don't rub your feet along your carpet, and make sure you're not wearing your woolly knickers and or pants, and touch the earth pipe, or if you've got a water pipe exposed, a metal water pipe, touch that just to try and disperse any static in your hands. Now, when you're sitting at your workbench or your kitchen table, don't rub your feet on the floor to try and generate static. New devices or newer devices are not that prone to static discharges like they were years ago. They have got better, but you don't want to introduce static into the device. So you've got your NVR here, and most manufacturers are going to follow this same procedure. You do need to look on the manufacturer's website to see what the biggest hard drive is you can put in. Now, on this older reolink, I can put a 4 terabyte hard drive inside. Then I can link, using this port on the back, another 4 terabyte hard drive. The existing one in there is 2. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to purchase a lead to go in here. So I'm going to have a 4 terabyte inside. Then I'm going to use the existing hard drive that's in there and connect it up to the eSATA port. Probably need a power supply as well, but when I get the device, we can cover that in another video. So to remove the outer casing, we've got a screw on the back here, and you've got a screw here and a screw here on each side. So let's just remove them now. It's always good to have a little pot by yourself, so whatever screws you remove, you can put the screws in the pot and they're not going to drop on the carpet, and you're not going to struggle finding them. Now, from memory, when we open this, I think, put a fan inside my case. It doesn't come with a fan, but where I have my CCTV stored, it's inside a cupboard. So I think when we open this, we'll see a little 40mm fan I think I put in there. Honestly, don't remember. Some time ago since I've done it. Where's the last one? Here's the last one. So this one on the back. So that's it. It's all loose now. So you just push it backwards, lift up, and the case should come off, if I remember rightly. Okay. So yes, I did put a little fan in there. If you ask where I plugged that in, there's a fan port here. So if you buy a fan, you get, I think this is a JST header, and it plugs straight in. So I need to secure that. So let's get on to the hard drive. So I'm just going to unwrap these cables just to get them out of the way. Give us a bit more breathing space. So on this end, we've got the power cable and we've got the SATA cable. So when you're removing the plugs, don't be tempted to hold the wires and pull them off. You need to get your fingers in there. They come out quite easy. Wiggle it, and then with the SATA cable, do the same. And now they're out the way. Now, to remove the hard drive, I believe we need to turn it over. Let's get this fan out of the way. And we got 4 screws here, so you just need to undo them slightly and do that, say 2 turns. And what that should allow you to do, it should allow you then to slide the hard drive to that side, but we're going to turn it back over. So now I'm turning it over, but I'm feeling where the hard drive is, and I'm holding the hard drive so it doesn't fall off. And now, being careful with the cables, slide it to the right, and it comes out, and this has served me well, and it is a 2 terabyte. So I'm putting in a 4 terabyte. So I would recommend a good quality. These Western Digital purple drives are made for surveillance systems. They're a few bucks more than a standard hard drive, but they're made for the way that the CCTV system works. So yes, I have earthed myself on a radiator pipe. So what we're going to do now, we just move this out of the way. So we got our new drive and our old drive, and we need to take these mounting screws out and put them in here. So that's it. This hard drive's not going to be used now. I'm going to keep it in the cupboard where my device is, and when I get the cable, I'm going to plug it in the back, because you know this is 2 terabytes of storage. At the moment, I'm getting about 10 to 11 days storage, and that's all I get. So when you review your footage, I'm only getting that. With this, it will double the storage capacity, and then when I put this one back in as well, so I end up with 6, I can then hopefully get 3 weeks of storage, and I'll be able to increase the resolution or the bit rate that the cameras are recording at, and it should give me, say, 3 weeks of storage. So I think all these heat sinks were standard on the device. I don't think I put them in, and now we're going to put this drive back in. So you got 1, 2, 3, 4 holes that we used before. So we're going to slide the hard drive across, drop it down, and then put it back to the left. I make that sound easy, don't I? So be careful with this little grey wire down here. So this one at the front, be careful you don't trap that one. So I'm looking down here, and I can just see the screw heads dropping into the recesses. That's in, but it is tight on that one. Right, that's in. So under this plug, the plug and the hard drive are actually touching, but it is plastic to plastic, so that's fine. So I'm going to hold the hard drive, turn it over, making sure the screws are all the way up into the dimples in the metalwork, and just knit these screws up, finger tight. Hard drive's not going to go anywhere. Look, I can just hold the shaft of the screwdriver. You don't need pressure. Turn it back over. Okay, so now we've got the SATA cable and the power cable. So I think we're going to do the SATA cable first. So this red cable goes, so the hard drive is upside down, so the SATA cable goes into this one here, and then the power cable goes in here. You can't get them upside down because they've got a L bend here and an L bend, so it will only go in one way, and it will go in the way we took them out. So the cable comes up the top, pressed it in snug, line it up, press it in snug. So that's job done. So I'm just going to pause the camera for a second. I'm going to find some screws, and I'm going to screw this fan back in. Remember, you haven't got this fan, but if you want to put one in, so it plugs in just down here. So just at the end of the board, this plug here is for the fan. So let me just pause the video, and I'll come back when it's nice and secure. So I'm back with you. So I've put my fan in. I actually use a bit of hot glue. Fantastic things they are. I've put the little clips back on the wire tie, back on the wires, and I'm making sure these wires can be pressed down because the lid's going to go on without really kinking any wires. This one in particular, you want to make sure that, you know, it's not going to kink. So I'm just going to slide the top on so it slides in from the back. Yeah, see, that's not, oh no, that is pressing down on some wires, so let me have another look. Yeah, it must be how it was before, so just a little bit of pressure there. So put the lid on with a gap, 25mm, 30mm at the front, slide it down, slide it forward and getting this lip here under the front plastic. That's good. So I'm going to put this back screw in first. Yep, so within 60 seconds the video signals come right back in. Now I'm going to investigate the hard drive. So just go into one channel. So channel settings, enter your password. Okay, so under the device you'll find the hard drive. So you need to click here. Need to click there and then say format, all data be cleared, continue, yes. And now it's formatting the disk, so that's going to take 5 minutes or so, I'd imagine. Okay, it's done. It's actually very quick, so it must do a quick format. So although it's a 4 terabyte drive, you lose a little bit when you format a drive, so that's all good. And if we go back to display, I don't need to do any maintenance in here. I can go now to the PC and hopefully it's recording and I can check that I've got playback. So let's rejoin on the PC interface. So that's it, all a success. I turned on the reolink app on my Windows computer. I could see all my cameras. I activated one of the cameras, I walked in front of it and it recorded on the hard drive. I've checked playbacks, that's nice and easy. So the next thing I'm going to do is monitor how many days on the current setting I get extra. So I was getting about 10, 11 days, but now I should get almost double that. And then I'm going to say, as I said earlier, going to get the eSATA cable and a power supply and put it in the back of the MVR, and that should give me an extra 10, 11 days. So I should be 3 weeks or more, which will be good. Anyway, I hope you found the video useful. Give us a like if you did. It helps the algorithm, blah, 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 blah. And subscribe to the channel if you find what I'm doing interesting. So yeah, fixing things, 3D printing. Yeah, you can see what I do on a bit of coding, Arduino, ESP8266, LEDs are coming, 3D photography, all the things I like doing. So yes, anything that's FlixMySwitch, that's what I do. So that's Andy wishing you a good afternoon for now.